Have you ever felt like you're here for a greater purpose? Like there's something calling you beyond the ordinary? If so, this message has found you for a reason. It's not coincidence. You're part of a select group, those who are meant to see the signs, recognize the shifts, and step into a role that's uniquely yours. Life is speaking to you in whispers and nudges, urging you to pay attention, to remember that endings are just new doors waiting to open. This isn't just another moment. It's a pivotal point, a call to the chosen ones, a summons to embrace your true purpose and align with the path you're meant to walk. So, take a deep breath and lean into this moment. Trust your instincts and let this message guide you to the extraordinary life you were meant to lead. It's time to awaken your potential. Answer the call. The power of endings, a gateway to new beginnings. Endings are often seen as final chapters, a conclusion to what was once a vibrant part of our lives, yet they are much more than that. Much like the setting sun signals the approach of a new day, endings are a precursor to new beginnings, offering transformative opportunities waiting just beyond the horizon. When something comes to an end, a job, a relationship, a phase in life, it may initially feel like a loss, stirring up feelings of sadness, fear, or even resistance. But in truth, every ending is like a door that closes only so another can open, ushering in fresh air and new light. Imagine a seed in the ground, snug within its shell. For the seed to grow into a plant, the shell must break and fall away. To the seed, this shattering of what once felt secure could be frightening. But it is precisely this ending of one state that brings the possibility of new life, reaching up towards sunlight and fresh potential. This is the beauty of endings. They clear the path for transformation and growth that would have been impossible without the initial breaking away. Viewing endings as catalysts for new beginnings requires a shift in perspective. Many of us cling to the familiar, holding on to what we know as a child clings to a blanket, fearing the unknown ahead. But by letting go of this need to cling, we create space for something new to emerge. It's like the changing of seasons. Winter must come to an end for the rebirth of spring to take place. If we viewed winter as a permanent state, we would miss the budding blossoms, the fresh green shoots, and the warmth that follows. So too, in our lives, when one season ends, it paves the way for the next. Endings encourage us to let go of the old and make room for something different, something we may not even be able to envision yet. They nudge us out of our comfort zones and remind us of the importance of change. Each ending serves as an opportunity to evolve and adapt, to become more attuned to our own strengths and potential. When we approach endings with curiosity instead of resistance, we open ourselves to growth that may surprise us. A closed chapter no longer seems like a loss, but rather an essential step towards something greater. Consider a butterfly emerging from its chrysalis. To an observer, the chrysalis splitting might seem like a fragile end, but for the butterfly, it is the beginning of flight and freedom. Similarly, life's endings can feel confining, even painful, but they are often what propel us into the freedom of our next chapter. By allowing ourselves to step into the unknown, we cultivate resilience, learning to see each ending as part of a larger journey. Instead of mourning what has passed, we celebrate what lies ahead, knowing that growth is woven through every end and every beginning. In this light, endings become a gift rather than a burden. They teach us to embrace change as a dance rather than a stumbling block, as a wave that carries us forward rather than something we must brace against. With every ending, there is an invitation to step into a new chapter, richer, wiser, and ready to explore the unknown. In viewing endings as opportunities rather than losses, we unlock the power to transform, to grow, and to walk confidently toward our next beginning. Recognizing the signs, uncovering life's guiding messages. Life is full of signs, subtle whispers from the universe that often go unnoticed in the noise of our daily lives. These signs, appearing as synchronicities or seemingly random coincidences, are like gentle nudges, guiding us forward and helping us stay on the right path. Imagine walking through a forest where certain trees seem to lean toward you, almost as if to guide your steps in the right direction. These signs act much like those guiding trees, hinting that you are not alone on your journey and that there is a hidden map for you to follow, if only you can recognize it. Synchronicities are more than chance. They are meaningful alignments that seem too perfect to be random. Perhaps you think about an old friend, and suddenly they reach out to you, or you stumble upon an article that answers a question you've been struggling with for days. These experiences are often subtle, yet they resonate deeply, like small pieces of a puzzle falling into place. The universe has its way of connecting the dots, showing us that we are part of a much larger story. Paying attention to these synchronicities is like listening to the quiet notes in a song that hold the most emotion, the moments that make you pause and realize there is something deeper at play. Developing awareness and intuition is key to recognizing these signs. Awareness is like turning on a light in a dark room, suddenly revealing all that was hidden. When we are present and mindful, we start to notice things we may have previously overlooked. The familiar song that plays every time you need reassurance, the repeated number you see in moments of uncertainty, or the stranger's kind words that remind you of your worth. These are universal messages, signposts on the path, and they help us feel connected to something greater than ourselves. By tuning into these gentle cues, we learn to trust that life has a way of leading us where we need to go. Intuition, too, acts as an internal compass, guiding us toward what resonates with our true essence. It's like an inner whisper, a feeling in the pit of your stomach, or the warmth in your chest when something just feels right. This heightened sensitivity aligns us with our authentic selves, helping us make choices that feel like home. Often, intuition and universal signs work together, like two old friends harmonizing to create a melody that leads us onward. Trusting your intuition can feel like navigating a river. You may not see the destination, but the current guides you, carrying you forward in ways you cannot always understand. By cultivating this awareness and tuning into our intuition, we become attuned to the language of the universe. We start to see that life has been guiding us all along, sending us clues like breadcrumbs on a trail. These signs are gifts, reminders that we are on a purposeful journey, woven into the fabric of a story far grander than we could imagine. Embracing this guidance allows us to step forward with confidence and curiosity, knowing that each synchronicity, each message, is a guiding star leading us toward our true path. Surrender to the transformation, embracing life's flow with open hands. Surrendering to transformation is like standing at the edge of a flowing river, feeling the current's gentle pull, knowing it's urging you onward. Life moves much like this river, sometimes serene, sometimes turbulent, but always flowing. Often, we hold on tightly to the riverbanks, trying to control every twist and turn, fearing that releasing our grip will leave us lost or vulnerable. But trying to control every part of our path is like holding sand too tightly. It slips right through, leaving us exhausted and frustrated. True peace and growth come when we release that need, letting go of our grip and trusting that the river will carry us to places we never imagined. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. Instead, it's like stepping into a dance with the universe, a gentle back and forth where each step flows into the next. Picture a dance where one partner tries to lead every single movement, rigid and insistent, never letting go. The result feels forced and awkward. Now imagine a dance where both partners move with ease, responding to each other, blending and flowing. This is the beauty of surrender, trusting enough to let go of forced control and allowing a rhythm of cooperation and harmony to emerge. When we learn to move in rhythm with life instead of against it, we feel an ease, a lightness, as if our journey becomes a dance rather than a battle. Letting go of control doesn't mean simply drifting without purpose. It's more like planting a garden. You tend to it, water the seeds, give them sunlight, but you don't force them to bloom. Growth has its own timing, and in trusting that timing, we open ourselves to an abundance we could not force. Similarly, when we surrender to the changes life brings, we start to understand that every experience, even those we cannot yet make sense of, holds a purpose. Every shift, every turn in the river, takes us closer to where we are meant to be, revealing surprises and possibilities we might never have orchestrated on our own. This trust is freeing. It's a release of the worries, fears, and constant demands we place on ourselves. Instead of anxiously steering our path, we relax, trusting that life knows the way forward, even when we don't. Surrender is like watching a sunset. You don't rush it or try to change its colors. You simply sit back and let it unfold, amazed by its beauty. Surrendering, we let life surprise us, and in doing so, we become part of a larger, purposeful flow, trusting that each moment will bring what we need, even if we can't see it yet. In surrender, we find peace, knowing that the river of life will carry us forward. We no longer struggle against the tide, exhausted and afraid of where it might lead. Instead, we move in harmony with it, becoming partners in the beautiful unfolding, confident that each turn will bring us closer to who we are meant to be. Embracing surrender is embracing life itself, open, trusting, and ready for every joy and discovery that lies ahead. Embracing your true role and purpose, the journey to authentic fulfillment. Embracing your true role in life is like finally putting on a coat that was tailored just for you, comforting, natural, and meant to be. There's a unique purpose each of us is born to fulfill, a role that aligns perfectly with who we are at our core. This purpose is not something we need to force or chase. It's an intrinsic part of us, waiting to be discovered and embraced. Imagine a musician whose heart beats in time with each note, or a teacher who feels at home in a room full of curious minds. There's an undeniable power in aligning our actions with what truly resonates within. When we step into this role, life starts to feel less like a series of disconnected tasks and more like a meaningful journey, where each day brings us closer to the impact we're meant to make. Living authentically in alignment with our true essence is like finding our inner compass. When we're true to ourselves, life flows with a different kind of energy. It's as if we've tuned into a frequency that attracts the right people, the right opportunities, and the right experiences. Think of it as a lighthouse. When we shine from our true selves, we become a beacon, drawing in the things that resonate with our purpose. Authenticity has a magnetic quality that pulls the right things toward us, almost effortlessly. Instead of constantly striving and struggling to make things happen, we begin to notice that life unfolds in sync with our desires, as though we've found the thread that ties our dreams to reality. Our purpose is not a job title or a set of achievements. It's an expression of who we are, a way of living that reflects our inner truth. Just as an artist creates from a place of inspiration, rather than obligation, stepping into our purpose means acting from a place of authenticity, not simply because we feel we should, but because it feels natural and fulfilling. Living this way fills us with a sense of joy and satisfaction that goes beyond external rewards. It's like finding a river where we can swim freely, feeling alive and whole in every stroke, rather than paddling in a direction that exhausts and drains us. In embracing our purpose, we not only find personal fulfillment, but also inspire others to do the same. When we see someone fully immersed in what they love, it ignites something within us. It's like watching a fire dance and feeling warmth from afar. It inspires us to kindle our own passions. Our true role, then, is both a gift to ourselves and a gift to the world, lighting the way for others who might still be searching for their own paths. The journey to embracing our purpose may not be simple, but it is profoundly rewarding. It's a path where each choice, each challenge becomes a stepping stone toward greater alignment with our true self. The more we let go of expectations and external pressures, the more clearly we see the path meant for us. In living authentically, we create a ripple effect, transforming not only our lives but also touching others with the power of genuine purpose. In this way, embracing our true role is the ultimate act of courage and grace, a celebration of who we are meant to be in the tapestry of life. Navigating life with inner wisdom. Trusting the compass within. Navigating life with inner wisdom is like relying on a compass hidden within us, a steady guide pointing us toward our true north, even when the world around feels uncertain. This inner compass, our intuition, is like a gentle whisper, a subtle nudge, quietly urging us in the right direction when we might otherwise feel lost. In life's many twists and turns, intuition can be our most faithful guide, helping us see past the fog of doubt or the distractions around us. When we pause to listen to this inner guidance, it's as though we are turning down the noise of the outside world to hear the clear, honest voice within, leading us closer to our purpose and true self. It is this voice that knows where we belong, even when the path is unclear or full of obstacles. Trusting our inner compass requires a willingness to look within and to trust that the answers we need are already there, waiting to be uncovered. Imagine standing in a dense forest, surrounded by tall trees and winding paths. Without a map, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the options, unsure of which way to go. But when we close our eyes and tune in to our inner wisdom, we begin to feel a pull in a particular direction, a sense that a certain path, though maybe unmarked or unfamiliar, is the one we are meant to take. This feeling doesn't always come with clear reasons or explanations. It's more like a knowing, an assurance that something deeper than logic is guiding us. The more we lean into this intuitive knowing, the clearer and more reliable it becomes, like strengthening a muscle that helps us through each choice, each challenge, with a sense of trust. This inner wisdom not only guides us through our personal journey, but also opens our eyes to the deeper connections in life. When we allow ourselves to listen to our intuition, we begin to notice a pattern, a quiet yet undeniable sense that we are part of something greater than ourselves. It's as if life is a grand tapestry, and each person, each experience is a thread woven into it. Sometimes, the significance of these threads isn't immediately clear, but when we step back, we can see that each one is part of a larger design. This is the beauty of purposeful connections. Understanding that even the most ordinary encounters may hold a piece of a bigger picture. Recognizing that we are part of a divine plan brings a sense of peace, especially in times of hardship or confusion. Challenges that once seemed insurmountable can feel less daunting when we view them as part of a journey designed to help us grow. It's like climbing a mountain, where every step, even the difficult ones, brings us closer to a breathtaking view that we cannot yet see. When we believe that our life is guided by a higher purpose, we approach each experience, even the painful or confusing ones, as part of a path meant to lead us somewhere meaningful. This belief helps us trust that there is wisdom in every struggle, that each moment of doubt or hardship is shaping us into the person we are meant to become. The sense of being connected to a larger purpose also strengthens our relationships, drawing people into our lives who resonate with our journey. Just as planets revolve in synchronized orbits, we find ourselves meeting people at the right times, joining forces with those who share our values or help us grow in unexpected ways. These purposeful connections are no accident. They're part of the divine blueprint that guides us. In recognizing these connections, we begin to see our lives not as isolated stories, but as part of a greater narrative, where each interaction, each friendship, and each challenge serves a purpose in helping us fulfill our role. In learning to trust our inner compass and embrace the belief that we are part of a divine plan, we cultivate a profound sense of harmony within ourselves. Life's uncertainties no longer feel like threats, but rather like invitations to grow and learn, as though each twist and turn is another chapter in a story far larger than our own. Guided by inner wisdom, we move forward with confidence and calm, knowing that every step is aligned with a purpose that extends beyond us, weaving us into the fabric of something infinitely greater. The collective impact of individual transformation, lighting the path for others. When one person begins a journey of transformation, it is like a single candle lighting up a dark room. That small flame not only dispels shadows for the individual, but also illuminates the path for others who may be searching for their own way forward. Personal growth is a powerful force, and when we embrace our true selves, our actions create a ripple effect that extends far beyond our individual lives. Just as a stone cast into a lake sends waves across the water, each step we take toward becoming more authentic and fulfilled spreads outward, touching others in ways we might never fully see. Transformation, then, isn't a solitary journey. It's an invitation for others to find their own light and begin their own path. As we navigate our own challenges and embrace our true selves, others around us start to notice. Our authenticity acts like a magnet, drawing in those who resonate with our energy, those who see in our journey a reflection of what they too desire. It's similar to how one healthy tree in a forest can inspire new growth around it, creating an ecosystem where other plants thrive and grow stronger. By stepping into our unique path, we create a space where others feel encouraged to look inward, to question what they truly want, and to take steps toward their own fulfillment. In this way, our personal transformation is like planting seeds in the lives of others, seeds that may take time to grow but eventually flourish, contributing to a forest of shared growth and inspiration. This ripple effect becomes especially powerful when we understand that our journey is not just for us, but for the collective. By choosing to live authentically and to seek personal fulfillment, we raise the overall vibration of those around us, making it easier for others to do the same. Imagine a choir where each voice sings from a place of joy and purpose. Together, they create a harmony that is more profound and moving than any single voice could achieve alone. In the same way, when each person aligns with their truth, the collective harmony grows richer, lifting the whole group to new levels of awareness, compassion, and connection. The authenticity of one individual is like a single note that inspires others to join in, creating a symphony that resonates with more people than any individual could reach alone. In this way, our own journey becomes a gift, not only to ourselves, but to everyone we encounter. Each conversation, each act of kindness, each moment of vulnerability serves as a model, showing others that transformation is possible, that growth is worth the challenges, and that fulfillment is within reach. It's like being a lighthouse along a stormy shore. By simply shining, we show others that there is a way forward, even when the path seems dark or uncertain. And as more people embrace their journeys, this light grows, spreading across communities and cultures, creating a world where more individuals feel empowered to be true to themselves. Furthermore, personal transformation has the power to inspire positive change on a larger scale. As we become more aligned with our true selves, we start to care deeply about the well-being of others and the world as a whole. Our actions naturally shift toward compassion, kindness, and a desire to make a difference. This collective awareness, fueled by each person's individual journey, can lead to societal shifts where empathy and integrity become guiding values. Just as each flower blooming in a field creates a landscape bursting with color and life, each person stepping into their authenticity adds vibrancy to the world, making it a place where others feel safe to do the same. In the end, individual transformation is not an isolated act, but a contribution to a much larger story. Each of us is like a thread in an intricate tapestry, and as we grow, our thread brightens, making the whole picture more vivid and alive. When we choose to live with purpose and authenticity, we create a ripple effect that doesn't just impact us, but touches everyone around us. This collective transformation is what creates a more connected, compassionate world, one where each person's journey of self-discovery adds to a shared story of growth, harmony, and unity. In this way, our individual transformation is a powerful and lasting gift, a light that continues to inspire others long after we've started our own journey.